So I'm going to do a couple of product reviews in this video. I've been using these nano pedals from Superstar Components for about 6 months or just under, and give you a quick overview of how they ride. As you can see, they've got a really wide platform and it's hard to tell sometimes on pictures, so I'll grab a pedal in a second and give you a real-time comparison with the nuke-proof composite pedals that I had on before. Came in the box with loads of pins, loads of replacement pins. So if you do lose any, then there's lots and lots and lots of spares. Crazy amount. You can see that they are very wide, very flat. You've got a nice concave aspect to them. And you can also see the amount of pedal strikes that I've had over the past 5 months. And this is the one thing I'd say about these pedals, is they are really just too big for trail use. I think they're going to be really good for bike parks, you know, tabletops, jumps, stuff that isn't going to involve single track or trail, because I've been thrown off the bike a few times and I've had so many pedal strikes. But they're very smooth, really nice pedal, stiff, they feel lightweight, they feel grippy, they feel stable, and they're really comfortable over long distances. So there's lots of positives to them. But the one thing is, if you're doing a lot of technical stuff or gnarly stuff, they just strike a lot. So let me grab a nuke-proof pedal and just give a comparison. Okay, so now you can see the pedals that originally came on this bike, which was a nuke-proof composite pedal, is pretty popular. And it's atop the nano platform. It is pretty wide. You can see that nano platform's really wide. Okay, finally for scale, I've got the nano pedal off, and you can see the real difference in size there when compared to the nuke-proof I'm putting back on. And the nuke-proof is a fairly wide platform anyway. New shoes for mountain biking, because my 510s that I bought last year completely in holes, and after a real scoot around the web I decided to opt for these Terex from Adidas, or Adidas if you're in the US. So they're a kind of cross-trail shoe that are designed with mountain biking in mind. You can kind of see this strap around the heel. Incorporates D3O technology. So you've got padding around your ankle areas. Got a good gaiter inside it. It also has this orthodite, or ortholite, should I say, support within the shoe to give your old man fallen arches a bit of support, in my case. And a really useful pull-on strap, pull-off strap, so that's good. I decided to go for these because it turns out Adidas had bought 510s, so they got the stealth rubber on them. They're a little bit of a different output, so different layout to the 510 here. You can see my old 510, but it's still got the same stealth rubber as the 510. So what are the plus points? Well, there's loads of them actually. It's a good stiff shoe. It's not so stiff that you can't feel the pedals through them. They're a lot more water repellent, water resistant than the 510s. They shuck off water pretty good. In fact, they don't take up water very much at all. So as a UK shoe, it's a really, really good choice. It's turned out to be. They're pretty easy to clean. I've hosed them down. I haven't for any soap or anything. Just did a bit of baby wipes on the first ride and just hosed them down on the last ride. Lace up really nicely. The strap keeps the laces out of reach once you've done them up. And I really like this shoe. This is a really good shoe. The only downside is it's just not the prettiest thing I've ever seen. Design-wise, Adidas could do a little bit more on this shoe to make it slightly prettier. Let's face it, mountain bikers are so stylish. They do like a good shoe along with the rest of their baggies, clothes, etc. But the Trail Cross, yeah, really good. Now I'll just give you a quick comparison. So here's my old 510, and if I come in here a bit, you can see around this point here is where they kind of split away. So they would take on board a lot of water, these shoes, the Freerider, and I got them second hand, to be fair, but they were basically brand new when I got them, and they've taken a bit of a pounding, but they're not that old even, and they've given out, so they leak water around the toes at this point here. Weight wise, these come in at just under 600 grams. So what we're looking at there, about 560 grams per shoe. So pretty heavy, so I'm just gonna dump that off and just pop this one on instead. So now this one you can see 500. So if you're a bit of a weight weenie, you're saving around 120 grams per pair of shoes. And you can feel the weight difference. And even more so when you consider that they don't take on the water in the same way as the 510s. So yeah, a really good buy. They come in around about a similar price to some of the 510 range, but actually they wind up being about £50 cheaper than maybe the 510s that are aimed at winter wear. The slightly more versions of the 510 come in at about 130, whereas these were direct from Adidas UK, delivered pretty quickly, and around about 85 pounds I think I paid. So yeah, really recommend them. Don't know about summer, might be a bit warm in summer, but I don't know, I think they're pretty good shoe overall for an all year round UK shoe. It's not like we get super hot over here. So yeah, definitely a recommend. I'd say that's a really good purchase. Okay, so the last mini review I'm going to do this morning are of these Endura Humvee Plus full finger glove. Picked these up from Evans Cycles, they're on sale. I just figured, you know what, I would like a nice winter glove that's got a bit of protection on the knuckles and a bit of comfort. So I picked these up. Now the first set that I picked up looked perfect, but when I got them home and had a closer look along this seam here, it had unpicked. So I took them back, Evans swapped them, no problem. And yeah, these were fine. Checked them over before I left. They fit tight, these are large, got a nice Velcro seal. Tight. The padding feels really good. Really solid, and got a nice extra bit of padding sewn in around the thumb, and then it's got some added support and padding for your palms here. They're E-swipe, you can kind of just make out E-swipe there, and they do work the E-swipe very well actually. This E-swipe bit works well. It's pretty to access, hit Strava on, get the camera up, whatever on my phone. So yeah, pretty good. Comfort wise, it's quite thick, a few millimeters thick of padding in there, and they've been really warm. I did a 27-mile ride, and yeah, my hands are absolutely fine, and so very comfortable. Did a ride the other day, it wasn't so cold, and I've got to say they got quite hot to wear. So good winter glove, but as the temperature goes, you know, a few degrees above zero and 8-9 degrees, then climbing up a few hills of single track and getting pretty hot, I just ended up taking them off. But yeah, putting them on for the downs again. Good protection for your hands. Got a nice stretchy kind of lycra material around above the glove. Padded area here, just stretches nicely. So good fit, good glove for winter. Don't think I'll be wearing it in the summer, but yeah, that for me is a recommend for those.